The Indiana Pacers defeated the New York Knicks 130 to 109. By winning this game, Indiana advances to the Eastern Conference Finals. This is the first time the Pacers have gone to the conference finals in 10 years. Obviously, this is really big for their franchise. This game was a game where the Pacers jumped out from the start and they never looked back. For most of the game, they shot about 70%. I think it was like 72 or 73%. Towards the end of the game, they cooled off a little bit to shoot 67% overall from the field, 54 from three. Pretty much you're not going to lose a game in these types of scenarios when you're shooting that well. It's pretty much hard to do. The Knicks, on the other hand, they were struggling throughout this game. They shot really poorly from the field, 42 overall, 37 from three. I will say this, the Knicks tried a few times to get back in this game. They never quit. There was a stretch where it looked like they were going to make a comeback and they were going to just steal this game back from the Pacers in the third quarter when they had sliced down what was once a 20-point lead to 7 points, and you could feel the momentum was shifting. And then they committed three straight turnovers in a row. Two were from McBride, one was for Jalen Brunson. After that, the lead ballooned up back again to like 16, 17 points, and just Pacers never looked back. They had this game. The Knicks didn't quit. They tried. You could tell from watching the game. It may not look in the box scores that they didn't try, but they fought hard. They were fighting valiantly to win this game. It's one of those painful reminders in life that sometimes, even when you give it your all, that success is just not guaranteed. That there are certain things beyond your effort that can determine your success that's not in your control. In the Knicks case, I felt injuries really marred them prior to this game. They tried to overcome it. OG tried to play through his injury, and he didn't look right from the start of the game. Jalen Brunson eventually got hurt by breaking his hand, having a hand fracture. Just it was very difficult to overcome those injuries. There's not much they could have done more to overcome them. If you're a Knicks fan, you should be proud of this team. They fought hard all year. They fought hard throughout this game, even when they were down by huge margins. Even in garbage time, they were still playing hard. I will say this, the one bright spot of this game for the Knicks was Dante DiVincenzo, 39 points, 11 to 21 shooting from the field, 9 to 15 from three. He really brought it today. Just he wanted to win this game. He's a straight up gamer. That's something the Knicks can be excited about in the future. You know, you have a guy who's going to show up in pressure games. So that's something they can be happy about. Burks, I would say, still showed that he could be a solid bench player. Just 26 points, 8 of 13 shooting. Just he had a great game. I don't know if the Knicks will re-sign him during free agency. We'll see what happens. But going forward, the Knicks have something to be proud of. Just their fans have something to be proud of. This is the second year in a row they got to the second round. This year, they had a little bit more success than last year by getting to 7 games against the Pacers versus last year. Miami took them out in 6, I believe. But I think in this series, they actually were the better team than the Pacers. Just injuries wrecked them, where last year Miami was just straight up better. So if you're the Knicks, you just had to hope that next year you're healthy. And Tibbs, I would say, has to find ways to load manage. It's like he's like the complete opposite of Pop, where I feel Popovich is extreme with load management. This guy's extreme with playing his players heavy minutes. Just he's got to find a way to rest them properly to try to at least prevent some of these injuries from happening. I feel some of these injuries happen from overplaying, but the Knicks have a solid foundation to build on. I would say just they made some good moves this year, getting OG. That was an awesome trade. Julius got hurt, so it'll be interesting next year to see how they integrate Julius back into their team since he was gone for a few months. That'll be something to look for. And yeah, I don't have anything else much to say about the Knicks. I'll say this about the Pacers. They have taken advantage of the opportunities in front of them. I definitely believe they benefited from injuries in both rounds. Just obviously with the Bucks having those injuries with Giannis and even Dame, and then this series with the Knicks being decimated with injuries. So they took advantage. and they have a good, solid team. I would say that. Just the Halliburton is a very good player. Just Siakam, he set the tone in this game from the beginning. Just he was on God mode by hitting his first, I think, 5 shots in a row. Miles Turner is a very solid player. His defense is good, and just they're a super high power offensive team. I had them winning this series prior to starting due to the Knicks injuries. So them winning was what I had expected originally. So I'd say that. Now with them going to the conference finals, I think their luck ends there. Just the Celtics to me are a superior team, even without Porzingis. I expect the Celtics to win that series. I'll make a video about that later on, maybe today, but definitely by tomorrow sometime. So that's really all I have to say about this.